We are at Greenlawn Cemetery in Section E, one of the oldest cemeteries in the city. And we are just finished with the dedication for the headstone for the Columbus Division of Fire's first recognized line of duty death firefighter, who has been laying in an unmarked grave for, as of today, 150 years.
They had a ceremony at the time, big funeral. It was a big deal. He was brave. He was a firefighter's firefighter back then.
It means a lot to not only get the headstone, just out of respect, but to get the information about who he was and how he died. And he is a very special person. I mean, he was a police officer. He was one of the first firefighters to run the steam engines that we have. He operated the Firefly, which is our first steam engine, which changed the fire department completely from volunteer to paid.
So firefighter Chris Klein is kind of the unofficial historian of the fire department, and he found out that he was buried here. And he came here on the anniversary and he found out he didn't have a headstone. So he started digging around.
And I just couldn't find him. And I figured it was because I'm not that bright or I'm not that whatever. I just, I almost gave up. But there was this little red heart laying right in the field. I even took a picture of it. And I asked one of the guys cutting grass, I said, "Can you show me where this is?" And he's like, "Oh, it's right over there, that little heart is." I'm like, "Really?" And that's when I realized I wasn't just overlooking it, there was no headstone for him.
And we decided that we needed to take care of that, the firefighters, his brothers. So that's what we do.
Chris, another fellow by the name of Doug Wortman, a couple other gentlemen on the fire department, including Chief Martin, who formed a committee and started working out some details for it. And then I started a fundraiser and we raised the money, and this is what came of it.
There's family members here. It's very, very cool.
When I was out here one day, I noticed there was a flower on one of the few people buried here, family members that actually had headstones. So I knew there was a living relative somewhere visiting. That took me to Ancestry.com, where I found some distant relatives.
I think it's wonderful. I think Mark in heaven and his family are looking down upon us, and they're saying, "Thank you. Thank you for not forgetting." I just think it's a wonderful thing. The fire department, the police department are wonderful, and we need these people so badly now. And I just think it's a great honor to be related to a man like Mark B. Newman.
So it's just like a time stamp, and it's the further you get away from those events, the harder it is to find those little details. So, and then it fills in blanks for the family too. I mean, I told them stuff they didn't know. They told me stuff I didn't know, and it's a win-win for everybody.
150 years in the making. That he's been here without a stone. Our great-grandmother and grandfather are buried right here, as well as my mom's brother that died young. To know that he's here, right here amongst us, is something that they finally done. They said he was buried with full honors 150 years ago, but they didn't have money for the stone because the money all went to his wife and children as such. But to do this now, it's a great honor to our family.